It's about 1:45 in the afternoon on Tuesday. I'm late for lunch. Got inspired earlier in the week. I'm gonna go down here to camp and fix up a little something. Take care of some leftovers out of the refrigerator. Hey there, outdoor adventurers. It's lunchtime and it's Tuesday. That means it's Canteen Cup Tuesday. I'm going to start off using this pocket rocket, but I'm a little bit concerned that it's going to be too hot. So I brought another way to cook if this is too much for my food. Today we're going to do some cabbage and sausage. Now I've kind of pre-done this at my house real quick and brought it down here to camp. What we've got here is some cabbage and red onion. It's got a touch of olive oil that it's in with some red pepper flakes, garlic, black pepper, salt. That's about it. And normally you'll see the cabbage done with kielbasa. I'm just using some leftover sausage I had from a meal I made last night. So that's what we're going to roll, is using up the leftovers. Had a corn muffin from last night too, so we're going to enjoy that. Let's see here, we ought to have a lid in my bag. There we go. I'm going to turn that gas down almost to the point that it cuts off, because this is really a little bit lower of a heat dish when we're making. I don't want to boil my cabbage. I'm just going to give it just enough water so we can get a little steam action going. I want the cabbage to cook in its own juices in that olive oil. When I cut this cabbage, I cut enough to fill the canteen cup. And that's not a worry as far as fitting the sausage in later, because this is going to cook down. It's going to reduce significantly. Alright, I should have a spoon in here. Alright, so we're going to get this steaming and let it go. I'll bring you back in a few minutes as soon as we've got that steam action happening. While my cabbage is starting to steam, take a minute to talk to you here about my what I like to call my plate bowl. I set my sausage down in it so you can see it's got some little bit of depth to it, kind of like a soup bowl. It's a Tsp enamelware. It's like 8.5 inches, but I like this guy because this is my one do-all plate and bowl. It's big enough to put my dinner on at night, and it's got enough depth to it, and I can put oatmeal or grits in it. Enjoy it like a bowl. Alright, I don't know if you can see it. We're starting to get a little steam action going there. It's a little bit cumbersome at first to start pulling those bits off the bottom, but we don't want to burn them. I might give it just a touch more water. Again, I don't want to boil this. We just want to let it steam in its own juice. Get a look at what we got going on in here. An onion trying to escape. I gave it just the slightest bit more heat. See if this stuff's starting to tenderize a little bit. Probably about halfway there. Now I will tell you, this is probably not the stove for this. I was just curious if I could do something kind of slower on it. It's not where the stove shines. It's really good at just bringing some water to a boil quickly, doing it without using a whole lot of fuel, and moving on. But it seems like you can cook on it if you want to, but it's going to use a lot of fuel. Alright, let's take a look in the pot. Alright, what you can see is that cabbage is reduced down by about half. So you start off with a full pot, and I'm just letting some of the water boil out of there now. You're going to end up with about half. So that leaves us plenty of room to add our sausage or whatever else you'd like to put in with it toward the end of your cooking. Oh yes, y'all. Look at that goodness. Just about ready to drop the sausage in. Alright, let's put in that sausage. What I've got here is a black-eyed pea sausage I made the other night. Doesn't that look good? I'm going to dump it right on top. I think what I'm going to do here while I'm doing, this may or may not be right or wrong, I don't know, guys. We're gonna set my corn muffin in there. And we'll see if we can't warm him up too. Just let that guy hang out for a few minutes. Alright, I suspect we are just about there. I'll go ahead and dump that guy. Yellow. Cooking low and slow, I didn't really get any new scorch marks on the bottom, so I'm kind of surprised what my little MSR stove did here for me. Go ahead and cut that guy off. Muffin, y'all come take a look at this. Now the real question is whether or not it's worth eating. Let me back you up a hair here. There we go. Now we can see one another. Let me show you a little what we got going on here. Ready for that bite? It's good stuff. It's pretty crazy you can do home cooking like this out on the trail, huh? Alright, I'm going to let you all go so I can eat this. I've got other stuff to get done today. What can I say? I'm a happy bear. I think I forgot to tell you there were some caraway seeds in there also. I hope this came out worth a hoot. Kind of in a hurry, but I wanted to get it in today. I don't know how much of that traffic you're picking up in the background. I just can't get away from it. Doesn't seem to be anyhow. Anywhere close to me I go. Cooking is its own passion of mine, so hopefully you'll see some more of these as we go.